Ramjet, Votez, Ramjet, get ready, fight for your live. Last, and kind of least as well, is Ramjet. As mentioned back at the beginning of what's starting to feel like a prohibitively long video, I don't care for Henkei Ramjet all that much. So this is going to be less a straight review of Henkei Ramjet and more of a versus review explaining why I like the US version better. Now, considering that the internet in general and YouTube in particular is the domain of unqualified gospel, I could just say, Henkei Ramjet is poop, and expect you to believe me. Especially if I make a fart noise after. That just kind of like seals it. I'm just saying I would be within my rights to do that, but I'm not going to because I respect you too much. Let's start with Classics Ramjet. Note the paint job on the back here, what would be the top of the fuselage in jet mode. You got some red and golden strappity details, nothing too garish, just kind of breaks things up a bit. And then on the wings, some red and gray, you know, all nice, easy on the eyes. Oh, and a rub sign. Woot! I don't know how well you can make it out, but it's so miserably hot here that the rub sign is actually visible all the time, no finger necessary. Then on the front side, you got a lot of white and gray, a little gold detailing splashed around every so often. Just very subtle, arguably a bit plain, but again, just sort of easy on the eyes, nice, relaxed, fluid brush strokes until you can barely make out what I'm saying. When all of a sudden, here comes Henkei Ramjet, strawberries. I like cookies and chocolate milk. Teacher said we get to have a pizza party on Friday. Yay! It just, I think it's the wings I can't get past. They're so, I believe the technical term is flat. If one of these should snap off for some reason, you can actually fabricate a new one by carving it out of a fruit roll-up. And here on the back, remember where all that nice red and gold detailing was with the Classics version? We have what would appear to the untrained eye to be the color white, but which is in fact white. Also, and I'll be mentioning this again in my review of Henkei Red Alert, you can't just slap chrome on anywhere and expect it to work. So, in conclusion, I spent a silly amount of money on toys. The question is, was it worth it? And the answer? Absolutely. If for no other reason than that admitting otherwise would probably make me have some kind of breakdown. I don't know if I mentioned this or not earlier, but even though the lot price for this stuff was quite expensive, the per figure cost was actually pretty reasonable. Did I mention that already? Because I've been mentioning it myself over and over. Final verdict: Ramjet's cool. Prefer the Classics version. Of the non-Ramjet super expensive 4, though, I would say, even though I'm happy to have all of them, Thundercracker, that Dirge is the only one I would call a must-have. So how does it end?